What's up, everybody? I'm very excited for the end of this season, but also the beginning of something new. Right. So, as this season comes to an end, I would like to, give you props. You made it all the way through. You didn't quit. Hence the poem. You were able to face triumph and disaster and treat those positives just the same. You got that down, and now we're ready to evolve our program, and it's going to require new leadership. So, as Jay and Hannah and Bree and Janelle and they phase out, it's time for the newbies to take over. But I don't think that y'all are too new. I think that y'all know the system. You know what needs to be done. I think that y'all saw good examples of how it could work, but also how things needed to be adjusted and fixed a little bit. So hopefully you're going to be that positive change, right? So with that said, this is your Captain Tryout conversation between you and I, Mr. Swanson, right? There are a couple of requirements. It's about 6 or 7 of them that we typically ask all new initiates to pretty much undertake within a 2 week period. All right. So today is April the 11th, 2025. Your trial technically will be the week of Cinco de Mayo. Okay. And with that said, here are your requirements. Number one, you will record and upload a speech, no less than a minute and 20 seconds, but no more than 2 minutes. All right. So it needs to at least make that 120 mark. But then after that, you have up until the remaining 40 seconds to make a statement as to why you deserve this role. What does this role mean to you? How would you change the scope and the face of Theta Nu Sigma? How would the team benefit from your leadership? So those are the important questions that you want to ask and answer for everyone who's going to be viewing your video. All right. The second thing is you're going to have to create choreography. As you know, I don't have to create choreography because I feel like it's members. The reason that we're so successful is because we don't have outdated steps because you guys are creating that choreo, right? I'm able to critique, tell you what looks good, what doesn't look good. That's my role as a visual creative director. I can do that all day. However, you're going to come up with choreography, and so the person in this role is going to be able to need to come up with something quickly over a weekend. So here you have 2 weeks to compose a step of 25 seconds minimum. Okay. If you go over it, it's okay, but it needs to at least breach the 25-second mark. Okay. We are a precision step team. So I want you to think about all of the different trainings, all of the different learnings, all of the different steps that you've had, and now make them yours, right? We're going to fuse, we're going to do all types of things creatively, and I need to know that you are the best person for the job when it comes to that. The second piece of choreography is a choice. You can choose between creating a transition of 8 counts, right, for us to be able to move. And it could be a train, a interesting, unique train for sure. And then lastly, it could also be a stroll. So one more time, you are in charge of creating a step of 25 seconds. And then you create a stroll or a transition, 8 count transition. All right. I want you to think about syncopation. Think about everything should really be 2 parts. We try to be as complex as possible so that way we can get those scores on the score sheet. Unique beats. It doesn't sound all songy, right? Think about directions. Think about transitioning, being able to move. If any stunts are going to go here, there, and everywhere, like those are the type of things that I want you to think progressively ahead, so that way we can hit the ball running. Our first step show this year will be in October. All right. After that, I'm going to give you the opportunity to let me know what your personality is. So we're going to create a chant. All right. The chant is 4 bars, something small. It can rhyme, but it does not have to. Okay. So just make sure that it fits our team. What statement are you trying to make for this year? What statement are you trying to let these other teams know? All right. Outside of that, you have 2 more quick things to do. You have to pass an online interview, right? And so that interview will be placed on Instagram. I believe we do it Instagram Live. You'll be asked a series of questions. Everyone can chime in. The alumni can come chime in. We go live so everybody can see and hear. A lot of people get stage fright, so you get the opportunity to practice that, practice speaking in front of people because that's what leaders do. All right, they're going to speak up. They have to make sure that they're heard. They have to make sure that their opinions are or felt, right? And so you got to be able to voice those things in a way that is professional, right? You are the spokesperson for the brand, and the brand is State of New Sigma, all right? And then lastly, once you finish that process, then we will call in individuals to complete the latter part of that. We will take up to five, but we don't have to take five. All right, it may be four, it may be three. So just giving you some forewarning that the coaches review is going to require us to kind of grill you, ask you some serious questions based on your personality, based on what you've been doing on the team, based on what you're doing in the classroom, based on what you're doing when you're on that stage, right? So all those criteria are normally secret questions. We don't tell you what that is. We want to catch you kind of on surprise, but these are all based on things that we have observed from you, things that we have witnessed firsthand, things that we feel like you do great, and things that are some change points, right? So that's what the scope of what your trial is going to look like. We're going to break them down and schedule them by the day. So I think we'll probably take maybe two or three a day, and then we'll schedule tell you when your time is, so that way you aren't waiting and having to do all that stuff at one time. So that is it. That is your captain interview session. So if you will, chime in below and click the link in order to download your student application. Deuces.